What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So if you're anything like me and you've picked up older project cars similar to my E36, then you probably know that sometimes there's little things that don't really bug you at the time of purchase, but after you've owned the car for a little bit, they start to kind of bug you a lot and you kind of want to get them checked off the list. And for me, one of the things that has been bugging me since I picked the car up is a bunch of the lights on my cluster don't work or are really dim. So when I'm driving the car at night, I can't see all of my combo meter. And so what I thought would be cool is walk you guys through the process of removing the cluster, swapping the bulbs, and then getting it looking the way it's supposed to look. So we're gonna move over to the car and I'm gonna start walking you through how to take the cluster out of your car. Little hint, you don't have to take the steering wheel out. So let's move over to the car and get this project started. All right, so here we are at the cluster. First step to removing it is to remove, there's two T20 screws on either side. There's one over here and there's one over here. Once you get those out, what you want to do is take just a small little plastic pry tool or maybe a long flathead screwdriver with tape wrapped around it. But you want to get under here and just gently kind of pry the cluster out. And once you do that, you could take both hands and just sort of shimmy it out of this little like cubby hole in the dash. And once you have it out, you want to kind of lift the top of it right here up and over the steering wheel so you have access in the back to get to the three connectors that are back here. You might need a little flathead screwdriver to get to them if you can't reach them with your fingers, but once you have them all three disconnected, you're gonna get probably one or two of them from this side and one from on this side. Once you have them disconnected, you could slide the cluster really carefully out either of the sides from around your steering wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then once we get this on the bench, I'll show you guys which bulbs we're gonna be replacing. Alright, so here we are at the cluster on the bench, and obviously as you can see I have quite a few bulbs missing. I did take a couple of them out, but you actually won't need all of these holes filled anyways. I'll attach right here a picture from Pelican Parts as well as what each little hole represents on the side, but depending on what your car is and what options it has, some of these won't get used regardless. For example, one of these holes is used for an automatic transmission malfunction light, which obviously if you have a manual car you won't need that. There shouldn't be a bulb there. And then another one of these holes is for your convertible top. So obviously if you don't have a convertible, you shouldn't have one there either. So what I did do is I purchased 10 of these little black ones. There's three different kinds of bulbs. There's the black ones here, the green ones, the big ones, which are like the main lighting for the cluster itself. And then I purchased 4 of these, which are used for lighting up your like info display, like where your mileage is at. And none of these work on mine. I have no backlighting, so I'm assuming either the filaments are broken or they're burnt up. But I bought 4 of them. You only need 2, so I'll have 2 extra. I bought, again, 10 of these. You definitely have more than 10 of these black bulbs in your cluster, but some of them do work. So I'm gonna go ahead and test them with this little 9-volt battery and just see which ones do still produce light and which ones don't. And then I'll swap however many I need to swap in order to do that. And then obviously I'm gonna replace these because some of them do work, but I'm sure they're getting dim now. So, you know, I bought 3 of them, so pretty easy to do while it's out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take all of these black bulbs out, test each and every one of them with the 9-volt battery and see which ones are good, toss the ones that aren't, and then get this all put back together with mostly new bulbs. So here we go. Alright, so all of the new bulbs that I had are installed, and some of the old still working black bulbs here I had to put back in to fill the spots, but the rest of these spots do not get used. Again, I'll attach right here the Pelican parts diagram and what corresponding hole is indicates, but some of these don't get used at all, and some of these, like I was saying, is for like an automatic transmission malfunction and convertible top related. So all these are back installed, and so we can go ahead and put this back in the car. Before we do that, I'm gonna wipe up the front and just get it all nice and clean, but we're gonna toss this back in the car and then test it out, and hopefully I have, you know, all of the lights working at this point. So here we go. All right, moment of truth. Everything's hooked back up. Let's see. Woo! Let's see what happens when we turn the headlights on. Sheesh! Looks good. All the lights appear to be working. I could finally see my mileage over here. I haven't been able to see that the entire time I've had the car so far. Check control light works again. Yeah, man, sweet, dude. This looks awesome. Obviously not a crazy huge mod, but you know, it's not very often on the channel here where I'm doing these installs and things go pretty much 100% smooth. Usually something pops up. So hey, even if it's a little easy mod, I'll take it. A win is a win, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, looks super, super awesome. It's not nighttime. I'll wait till it is nighttime and get a couple shots, and I'll put them in after this clip so you guys won't have to wait, but I'm gonna have to wait a couple minutes for the sun to go down a little more. But you could even just clearly tell all of these lights are working. Let's see what happens when I start it. Sick, dude, won't start. But at least all the lights work. Super stoked. Like I said, it wasn't a hard one, but I'm happy to just have one more thing checked off the list, and I'm happy to be able to see what's going on with the whole cluster now when I'm driving around at night. So yeah, if you made it to the end, not a really exciting video, but I do have some exciting stuff coming up. I had some parts come in yesterday that I'm really excited to throw on the car. I think you guys will be excited too, so feel free to stick around for that. If you like this video at all, please consider subscribing. I'm really trying to like grow this channel, and you subscribing and liking and commenting and stuff really helps grow this platform and lets YouTube know that other people like what's going on. So do that if you are into doing that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.